Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade, and welcome back to Starcom Nexus, where we will bravely go where no human being has gone before. Unless, of course, you've played this game prior to me, then perhaps in your own iteration of the cosmos you've gone where I've already gone. But for this purpose of this video, we'll just pretend you haven't done that. So now we are going to head back out into the universe and explore new things. Where is that Nexus gate? It's up here somewhere, right? Is it the green thing? Alright, we're wanting to jump through there, I believe. Yeah. No surface anomalies. A Class F planet. There seems to be anomalies on the surface, Captain. Send the away team. Whoa, we just had a flyby, Captain. The anomaly detected from orbit turned out to be a very weak distress signal from a group of reptilian scientists trapped in a crevice. They identified themselves as Saurid scientists whose survey vessels was damaged in a surprise attack. They have been stranded for some time and are running low on supplies. Yeah, let's offer to take them aboard the Big Johnson and bring them to their people. They enthusiastically accept your offer, glad to not spend another night freezing their scaled posteriors off in a frozen crevice. Yeah, reptiles and cold weather don't seem to go together, do they? On behalf of the Sword Republic, we bid you greetings. Who are you, and what are your intentions? We are human representatives of Starcom, and we come in peace. We do not know of Starcom Collective, but accept your intentions of peace. How is it we have not encountered your kind before? Well, we were transported to this region by a rift in space. Interesting. We have warp nexuses here that can be used to travel great distances, but what you describe is unknown to us. We would speak with you further, but we are on a search and rescue mission for one of our survey vessels, which has not reported in. Well, we have rescued your missing survey team and will transfer them to your vessel immediately. Our lost brethren, you've done a tremendous service to the Tsarist Republic. Please accept these minerals as a token of gratitude. 50 gold. Sweet. The planet where you located the missing team is one we had already passed by. Your detection capabilities must be more advanced than our own. Was there anything else you'd wish to discuss? Which race in particular? Well, we've had some run-ins with the Chittick. The Chittick are a most difficult race. Like the insects they descend from, they seek to expand, swarm, and consume. Their ships are not as powerful as ours, but they make up for it in numbers. They've recently become more aggressive in this region. We believe they have established a forward base near 12.7 by negative 6.8. I'm actually going to write this information down. 12.7 x, or well, by negative 6.8. Most Sarid captains think we should eliminate the base now, before the Chittick can reinforce their position, but our civilian government has not authorized it. On the other claw, if a third party were to destroy the base, It came in peace. And now I've met a very civilization that's more than capable of faster than light travel, as they're in a spaceship talking to me. So would I be violating the quote-unquote prime directive because the other civilization is also a hostile race of a certain technological factor? No. I don't think this would be against the prime directive. That, even if I was to hold myself to the prime directive, this is not Star Trek. This is whatever this game's called again. But I like to roleplay as if I'm a Federation captain. So, I'm technically not the senior representative of the humans in this area. Can I make this type of a diplomatic decision on my own? I'm pretty sure the commander, or the Commodore over at the space station would be like, by all means, destroy him, because she seems to have a shoot-first diplomatic way of going about herself, seeing as she fired the first shots and destroyed the first ship. Not me! Okay, I understand. We'll see what we can do. Please understand, I may make no request of you, but if that base did not exist, things would be much easier for us. Well, tell us about yourselves. The Sarid mastered interstellar travel millennia ago. But we officially record history from the formation of our republic only 500 years ago. Since then, we have dedicated ourselves to peaceful pursuit of science. We have, however, been forced to defend ourselves from the Chittick expansion. Yeah. What about this region of space? We call them Nexus gateways. Well, funny. our scientists just happened to call them a Nexus gateway. Even though we had no idea what they were, we just magically named them a Nexus gateway, just like you have. Unlike the Nexus wormholes that link some star systems together, they can be controlled to transfer a ship to any other known gateway, supposedly created by the Progent. But we have little understanding as to how they function. However, we rely on them for trade and exploration. Well, who are the Progent? You may encounter massive derelict ships or strange artifacts on the desert worlds. We attribute these to the Progent, although in reality we know little about them. We don't even know if they were a single race or many. We've never encountered them. Some historians believe they were wiped out in a great war long before we took to the stars. This is not my area of expertise, but if they were wiped out in a war, what became of their vanquishers? Whoever they were, we have gained Whoever they were, we have gained a lot of great technology from their remnants. No more questions about that. Was there anything else you wish to discuss? We'd like to trade with you. I'll pass your request along to our government's trade minister. I should warn you that because of the nature of the Chittick conflict, they are wary of exchanging critical resources with non-allied parties. Was there anything else you wish to discuss? Well, we'll be on our way. It's a mighty big ship you have there. Someday the Big Johnson will be as big as yours. No surface anomalies. You can make notes on the star map to help you remember important locations. These notes will also be visible in your mission log. Right-click to create or edit a note. Is there a way I can see coordinates? Oh, here we are. Right, is there anything else in this system we haven't explored? I don't think so. No surface anomalies. If you're going a long distance and need to take your hands off the command console, the ship has auto-thrust capabilities. Press C to toggle auto-thrust. Oh, nice. Now I can eat chips and stuff. Whoa, what just happened there? Wow, warp gravimetrics just suddenly went off the scale. It looks like something created a warp instability nearby. What is this way? What is that? The unmanned vessel appears to be an early attempt at interstellar travel. It uses primitive but wholly original warp field generator. As best the engineer can tell, it was probably intended to fly to a particular location, turn around, and return to its launch point. Unfortunately, the warp field collapsed prematurely, damaging the craft. Its encryption system worked better than the warp drive. We can't decipher the telemetry data to figure out how it was supposed to work or where it came from. If we ever find who launched it, we can return the data to them and perhaps they can explain their unusual technology. That's all there is to do there, huh? Surface anomaly detected. Send the away team! An unnatural blue light shines out from a crater. Strangely, sensors detect no radiation or energy readings whatsoever. Up close, the team leader reports that the light seems to be emitted from a chamber with a narrow opening. Have a team member rappel in. Sounds perfectly safe. The team member makes it about halfway down the crater before reporting a sense of queasiness and dread. Abort the mission for now. There's an exclamation mark back there. Does that mean I can do the mission again with a more ballsy repeller? Send the away team! The spacecraft in the clearing is immediately recognizable as the same design we encountered in deep space. The team leader follows first contact protocol and introduces themselves to the local populace. They learn that this vessel is a full-scale model of the one they lost as a kind of monument. Apparently they used a sizable portion of their resources in launching the first vessel. Believing it a total failure, there was insufficient political will to try again. Armed with the knowledge that the vessel did indeed achieve faster than light travel, and with the telemetry data the team provides, it seems likely that this civilization will achieve spaceflight after all. They share the details of their warp system. The novel design may open up new improvements to our engine performance in deep space. plus 80 research points. This planet looks promising. No surface anomalies detected, but look! It looks beautiful. It looks like it has an ocean and the whole 9 yards. The source of the anomaly reading is an unusual dense meteor. Closer examination reveals small amounts of neutronium within. Excellent. Alright, I guess we could see where this takes us, or we could travel all the way back down here. And I'd kind of like to fully explore the system. And the fact that we didn't send the person down to the bottom of that crater also is bothering me. Good, number one. I'm glad you have a job. Back down we go. For the good of science, have them continue down. The team member reports an increasing sense of unease as he approaches the chamber opening. As he enters, his radio cuts off. The team waits anxiously for some time, but he never reemerges. We have fed the beast. Go on down there. Find the progenitors. The survey team easily locates the anomaly detected from the orbit. Several chunks of scarred debris contain titanium and yttrium. Any markings ablated off during atmospheric entry, but metallurgic analysis shows that whatever it was made by a Starcom fabricator. Interesting. We have a bad guy on sensors. It's a cargo ship. Well, how close is far away? I mean, seriously. Okay. On approach, heat plumes and seismic readings suggest this structure is some kind of mining facility. No life signs are immediately detected, although heavy dust makes visual and sensor observations tricky. It seems that this is an automated mining facility, operated only by low-level drones who ignore the team's presence. Deep bore drills bring yttrium ore to the surface, which the drones collect and process. Judging by the material composition of the equipment, this is a Chittick facility. So, are we at war? That is the question. Are we truly at war? So it doesn't seem like there's any way for diplomacy to work between us, but every aggressive act I make towards them is going to continue to make diplomacy harder and harder. I've avoided firing on their unarmed ships, and I've only destroyed ships that have shot at me first. So I've allowed their cargo ships to operate. Why should I affect their machinery? We'll leave the mining facility alone. Look, go away. I could very easily blow you up. Leave. I just shot across your bow. You should be scared. You do not have guns. Flee for your life. I accidentally hit you. I'm not going to shoot again. Do you not have any self-preservation AI aboard your ship? You should be running. Desperately running. Trying to save... this is crazy. On a high mountain on this uninhabited ice ball is a structure buried in the ice and snow. After a careful defrost using the lander's thrusters, the team is able to enter. The structure was an automatic observatory that likely has been abandoned for centuries. Judging from several records, it was part of a project to study the chemical composition of rare comets. Sadly, most of the data collected has been lost as the equipment failed. One hard copy document has an interesting note. The translation reads, "Probe thruster failure confirmed, likely unrecoverable. Projected dead stop at -19 by -27.6. You are no match for the big Johnson." We've found parts of a missile launcher. By itself, it's not enough to start research, but maybe if we can find additional components. What is this? Greetings, my Starcom ambassador. I apologize if my manner seems distracted. I've been fielding a report of Chittic attacks all day. Still, our government lacks the courage to act. I think I mentioned that the base is near 12.7 by negative 6.8. Again, not that you should involve yourself in this. I merely thought you might wish to know how to avoid it. Send the away team! Scanners were unable to detect any indigenous life on this arid, rocky world, but a high plateau is riddled with tunnels. They do not appear to be the result of natural geographic activity. As the team approaches one of the tunnel's openings, faint metal rattling can be heard. Mining equipment just inside the entrance appears to be of Chittic origin. The team quietly moves through the tunnels, freezing any time a sound is heard. Eventually they come across what appears to be an empty ore processing chamber. A large quantity of processed titanium ore is left unguarded in a hover cart. Return to the ship for now. Cargo ship. No anomalies detected. Missile guidance. Nice. Three enormous pillars of weathered rock stretch up into the clouds. Upon closer inspection, it appears that they were once part of a tremendous artificial structure, possibly a building or a ceremonial relic. While its overall shape has eroded beyond recognition, seismic scanners reveal an entrance a few meters below the sand of the largest pillar. A flight of enormous stairs, each nearly a meter high, climbs for half a kilometer through the interior of the pillar before reaching a large vaulted chamber. At the far end is a large apparatus of stone and metal that look like an orrery of the star system. There is a control panel covered with glyphs. Using the ship's translator, it appears that it can be used to open one's eye. Well, open the eye. There's a deep rumble followed by a surge of EM radiation above the pillar. On board the ship, an energy reading is detected elsewhere in the system. The waters were warm, and the poletris swam into our mouths. When we, Luco, first met you, they were delicious. By what name were you known? Are you asking who we are? I'm Jaames of Starcom. We were pulled into this region of space by a rift in space. How strange the way you came to these undeep waters. We had not seen your kind, but you gave us gifts, and we tried to help. If you can help us, maybe we'll give you something in return. What kind of gifts did we give you? I think we'll be on our way. Okay, what kind of gifts did we give you? We did not remember this part of our story. You filled in the gaps. It was the story, not the words, that mattered then. We give you the gift of peace. You offered us the water we were both swimming in. Things for things, things for knowledge. What did we do when we swam together? Alright, so we can either trade material for material, or we can trade material for knowledge. I think I think things for things. Uluko currency, platinum. The Uluko have agreed to trade with us. Use the fields below to set your desired buy and sell quantities. When ready, select execute trade. The Uluko use platinum as their reserve currency, so any excess cost or profit will be deducted from or added to our platinum supply. We have 0 platinum right now. Neutronium at... they have 37. You do not have sufficient platinum on hand to cover the trade difference. Either sell more or buy fewer resources. Okay. You do not have sufficient platinum. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to open the door for a four-legged animal. Alright, you do not have sufficient platinum on hand to cover the trade difference. Either sell more or buy fewer resources. I don't quite understand. At 0.08, at 3.27. Okay, so they don't value titanium much, do they? So to get 1 neutronium, it would take 46 titanium. I'm interested in neutronium because it creates armor. Your first officer transmitted your mission logs to us as soon as you were back in range. And I just finished reviewing them. Looks like you've found a non-hostile race and opened a line of dialogue. Well done. Starcom Protocol has some strict guidelines on the amount of involvement we can have with non-allied races. But you're the one in the field. What do you think? Well, I think these are extenuating circumstances. If we ever make it back to Starcom space, you could say I did it on my own. I'm not leaving you out to dry. I'll trust your judgment and back you up. Was there anything else? I saw that in your report. Maybe it broke off from the survey lander? Sorry, you're right. I guess I'm worried. This means the Byzantium got pulled into the rift, and if there's debris, they may not have survived. If you find any other signs of Starcom ship, let me know right away. Let's get to that researching. Give me that wonderful scout class. What does this do? Improve ship's handling. Which improves accuracy. I want this. Well, that's interesting. You know, it seems like these super tractor beams have been very useful for me so far. What is field research? Greatly extend the range of our tractor beams. All right, we are all about the tractor beams. Now we'll have 2 reactors, which would be pretty awesome. We should be able to press the fire button and just fire for days now, without having any type of power situation problem. Yep, that's pretty stable. Actually, before I continue any further, this is probably another good spot to put a cut in the episode. So let's go ahead and save the game. Cannot save hostiles nearby. It's a cargo ship. Sorry, it's against my policy to kill cargo ships. Alright, we've saved the game. This, what is this game called? Wow. Starcom Nexus. Pretty awesome game that just recently released here at the end of, December? Now we're in January, so it's been out for a little while. It did have some while in early access, so this might not be something that is brand new on everybody's radar. But if you're not familiar with it, I'm thinking it's pretty darn good and a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. Hopefully you're enjoying this content. If so, please smash that like button. And until next time, all, peace.